Hey guys, and you're Bad Andy Belgum, and I'm back again with Bad Andy Fitness. So I was asked a great question over the weekend, what causes lower back pain? So we're going to discuss that, and the cause for lower back pain and knee problems are actually the same thing. So your feet, they should look like this, but what happens over years of wearing shoes is your toes start to slowly get pushed inward, and then a lot of people actually will start curling themselves inwards as well. And what happens to cause your pain is most of your tendons in your knee and your hips are attached somewhere in your foot. So once your feet start getting out of alignment, it starts pulling the rest of your body out of alignment, causing these pains. So I had bad feet for a long time, and I'm going to show you guys what I've done stretching wise to alleviate that pain and to get pretty good feet. And what I mean by pretty good feet, I'll show you. They look pretty good, but I still need a little bit of work. So I'll show you what a good pair of feet look like, and I'll show you the stretches that you need to be doing to alleviate your lower back and knee problems. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay guys, as you can see, so these are my feet here, and you can tell they're pretty well spread out, but they're not perfect. So once I get them a little better, this is what, like a perfect pair of feet should more or less look like. So this is what I'm aiming for, and this is like a great pair, and just by spreading them out I can really feel the tightness on the outside of my feet here. So this I'd say it's a little more than half. So this side of your foot is where a lot of people are going to have the problems. This is where the curling inwards happens for most of the feet problems. So now that you've seen what your feet should look like, I'm going to show you some stretching that'll help get it to look like this and get it from looking, I can't even do it, but kind of curled inward that a lot of people are going to have. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you a couple things that you should be doing right off the bat. The first thing is going to be ankle rolls. And when I'm doing this, I'm going to be keeping my toes spread as far apart as I can. If you are hearing popping in the beginning, that's pretty normal. You're going to have to be stretching your feet for a while to get that popping to stop. And then I'm also going to show you some standing stretches you can do by leaning to one side and then leaning your foot to the other side. And then after that, I'll show you some sitting down stretches that you need to be doing as well. So let's go ahead and let's jump into these. So for the ankle roll, what you're going to do is just spread your feet as far as they can apart and keep your toes apart. Just roll your ankles. Go both directions. Go nice and slow, and if you feel somewhere that's tight, go ahead and stretch into there. And that's exercise number one we're going to be doing. The second one is you're going to lean your foot outwards like that and kind of put your weight onto it and stretch out. This is really going to stretch your ankles and kind of the inside of my, or outside of my leg here. And then when you come back over and go the opposite direction, it's going to do the inside part of your leg and ankle. And once you've done that for a while, what you're going to want to do next is, like I was showing you earlier, you're going to want to actually spread your toes using your hands, spread them apart, and you're really going to feel the stretching on the outside. And what you're going to want to do is stand up, lean forward, and put a lot of pressure on that pinky toe on the outside. And at first, do this with both feet at the same time, but as they become more stretched, you can just do one foot at a time and stretch it even further. And then the same thing, you want to kind of push back on your buttocks and lean your hips forward and really stretch through. And you're going to feel this on the outside of your leg, outside of your knees, and really that outside part of the foot. And that one I highly recommend. That's probably the best out of all these stretches, but all of these are going to help. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to show you the sit down stretches that I do as well. Alright guys, for the sit down stretching, what you're just going to do is kind of sit cross-legged, and then we're going to actually work each individual toe. So just kind of, start with your big one and push it down as far as it'll go. Go to where it starts hurting a little bit, then go a little further. And when you do your big toe, you're going to really feel it on the inside part of your foot. And you know, if you're tough enough, you can kind of dig your fingers into where it's even more tender, and it's going to really help to get a deeper stretch. And do it for the next toe. I don't know if you guys can hear that. That toe popped. And that's kind of common. And the popping of knuckles or toes, I've heard a lot of myths that it's bad for you. It's actually good. What it's doing is allowing, well, one, it's putting it back into place where it should be. And two, it's stretching it out and stretching that fluid sac where that joint's at, making it a little larger, getting more fluid in there. So it's actually a really good thing to pop your knuckles, crack your toes, whatever. So that myth, now that that's out the way, let's get back to stretching. So after you've done each individual toe downwards and in, go ahead and do the opposite direction. Pick them upwards. And then after you've done that, you're just going to sit down and put your hand over your foot. And you really want to make sure you get it along the pinky toe of your foot, around down there, and pull that back towards you. And you're going to feel in your shins here a lot of stretching. If you get shin splints, this is a great stretch to alleviate shin splint problems, which I had for years until I started doing this type of stretching. You know, just kind of massage your leg to help get it a deeper stretch, dig into those tender spots. So those, we only have one more I'm going to show you, and what you're going to want to do is, this is going to be another standing one. You're going to want to find something to get your foot going. This is going to work your shins again, and then your calves as well. And after that, that's pretty much it, guys, for stretching. It doesn't take that long, and you're going to be pain-free in your lower back and your knees, and there's no need for surgeries that everyone's having. And when people have these surgeries, the problems come back because they never fixed what was the issue in the beginning, their bad feet. So let's go ahead and I'll show you that final stretch, and then we'll put this video to a close. Alright guys, so this is the final stretch. Who would have known solving your knee and lower back pains would be so simple, so easy? But it really is. A lot of problems out there, people want to make them more complicated than they are. So for the final stretch, I just have a stack of books here. You can kind of use whatever around the house. If you got something to lean on or something, but you're just going to extend your foot upwards, put it on there, and put your weight on top. And you're really going to feel this in the bottom part of your shins and your calves. And you just kind of lean forward into it and get a really good stretch. And after you've been doing this for a while, to really intensify it, you put your opposite foot forward in front of the other one. And that just intensified that calf stretch a ton. But those are all the stretches, guys. It's really that simple. And go ahead, give this video a like, a share, because I guarantee there are tons of girls and guys out there suffering from knee and lower back problems. And it's going to be so easy for them to fix it. So share, get this information out there, and also subscribe, because I'm going to keep making videos like this to help everyone out there. I'm tired of people getting bad advice and spending all these money on surgeries and stuff they don't need to. So help me get the word out. That's what Bad Andy Fitness is all about. And as always, guys, this was a recommendation from someone out there for me to make this video. I actually never would have thought of it. So as always, in the comments below, let me know what else you guys would like me to cover, and we'll get to them. This was a great topic, and I liked hearing from you guys. So go ahead, leave them in the comments below, and I'll get to those. But that's it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys on the next episode where we'll conquer something else you guys didn't think possible.